Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, where we bring you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation every week. Featuring expert consultants and small business owners who have found success but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their firsthand experience. Now, let's get down to business on Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hello and welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio. My name is Ray Schwetz, AVP of Business Banking at Jovia Financial Credit Union, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO, keeper of the brand, marketing and digital agency.
We're focused on being the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship. We bring you weekly business advice, tips, tools, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview top business owners in the industry.
Yep, and helping provide us with some empowerment today, very excited, is Andrew "The Drew" Williams, member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group, Public Enemy, and founder of Microphone Phine. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Hey, what's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Now, should I address you as Andrew, the Drew, all the above?
All right, let's get it. Mic check. Listen for lessons because class is now in session. Here's your first lesson so you can stop guessing. The Drew, the sound assassin, the microphone fiend.
All right.
Wait. This is something I do every time. When I say you say all right. One love, family. This is how it's going down.
Love it.
And so
the Drew.
The Drew is from Long Island, Roosevelt. I think it's something in the water. We have a lot of people from Roosevelt. Eddie Murphy, Steve Mills. We had a previous guest on, Greg Charles. Y'all got a lot going on in Roosevelt.
Quite a talent pool. Yeah.
Do you know Eddie Murphy used to sing with me and my brothers?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, it's Roosevelt, Strong Island. Chuck D renamed it Strong Island, not Long Island, Strong Island. Yes, Roosevelt, 1 square mile.
Nice. And so you mentioned Chuck D. How did you get connected to Public Enemy? Tell us that story.
Well, we all went to school together. Eddie Murphy, Chuck, Hank, Griff. We all was into music. Me and my brothers, here's how it started. Eddie Murphy had a group. It was EMMK and Company. So we was the band. So he was doing his singing thing. Now, if you know my family, I got singers in my family. So we used to cut class, break into the auditorium, and put on our own assemblies. Till we got caught by the principal. And then, he let us do all the coronations, the parades, everything they had at the school, the band played. So for years that went on. Then Eddie was still trying to do the singing thing. But like I said, if you know my brothers, they get down. So that singing thing didn't work out, so he started doing comedy. So we was the band behind him. And the Chuck thing, we all grew up in Roosevelt. Professor Griff, me, and one of the guys in my group was his first students.
Oh, wow.
In Kung Fu, karate Kung Fu.
Wait, Chuck D he was the Kung Fu master?
No. Professor
Griff was the Kung Fu master.
Right.
Okay.
So
focus, DB. Focus.
We used to do all the security for the parties out here because, back then you couldn't go to the parties. And the organization was called Unity Force. So, we going to fast forward. So when they asked Chuck to sign the Def Jam, he didn't want to do it. 3 years later, he finally did it. So he took the image of Unity Force and made it S1Ws.
Oh, wow.
That's how that got started.
Wow. And so, fast forward, how did Flavor Flav, who was in the original?
Yeah.
So go from S1 to Public Enemy for us a little bit and for the listeners.
It started with Spectrum City. They used to DJ, matter of fact, here, plenty of times.
Here at Nassau Community College.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We was in high school and, they had graduated. They was doing the college parties. We used to come in, sneak in the parties, and then Hank started saying, you know what? While we doing the set, I need y'all to bring the percussion and incorporate it while they was playing. We used to play the drums. Griff was playing the percussion. And that turned into a big thing. But music was always there.
And now you talk about, you playing in the band. What instruments, particularly in the percussion?
Me, I play the drums.
Okay.
Me and my brothers have a song out on Terminator X first album, Valley of the G Beats, called No Further. It's the answer to Lisa Stansfield, Been Around the World.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
But we telling you don't have to look no further. The flip side is Bonnie and Clyde. Homie, don't play that.
Now, what was your role in Public Enemy in the group?
Started out as an S1W, then Interrogator. Then we was in Philly at the Spectrum, and it's ripped down now. But I'm noticing I'm on the stage, the hits are coming on, but the people are not moving. So I left the stage and went to the soundboard, and I'm turning up certain frequencies so, they could feel it. Boy, that turned into a chaos. It was really crazy. So then I started doing sound. So then they started calling me the sound assassin. So, but in the last couple years before we took off, I was the hype man. For like the last 7, 8 years.
I'm ready to battle you now.
Oh, no. See,
okay.
what happened was Public Enemy show is usually
let's make that happen.
2.5 hours long and still can go on.
Right.
So a lot of songs we didn't do in the show, I came out and did it with the band before the show. I call it a sound check. So it was either me and the band or me and DJ Lord. And that's how we got it started.
Nice. Look, you've worked with a lot of people. You mentioned Chuck D. Of course, we know Flavor Flav, but you've also worked with Ice Cube, Queen Latifah. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. Tell the audience about how you began working with Ice Cube, because I think this kind of leads into the Microphone Phine.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little brother. Ice Cube had left NWA, and he was calling 510 South Franklin. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to do a documentary on that. Yes, 510. That's where it all got started at, Hempstead. It's 510 South Franklin. So he was calling, picked up the phone, made the arrangement. Hank, Keith, Eric Sadler, and Chuck, they produced Ice Cube's first album.
Okay.
So Ice Cube called me. He said, I'm in New York. I need you. I said, all right, bro, I'm there. So he did 2 shows at the Apollo. Now, the Apollo is nothing to play with. If you ain't right, they gonna let you know. Out of here. Let me tell you something. He did 2 shows back to back. They was throwing everything, money, everything on the stage.
Wow.
He ripped it. So he said, Drew, what you doing for the next couple of weeks? Because I need you to come out. We going on tour. I said, cool, if you need me, I'm there. So he took the tour bus and rode from the Apollo to my house in Roosevelt, where I packed up some clothes to go on the road. Him and the lynch mob got off the bus and was playing football in the streets with the kids on the block.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So we happened to be in Cleveland, Ohio at an amphitheater. It's probably going down too. It was the first time Ice Cube and the lynch mob ever saw real snow. They went bananas. I mean, this is going on for hours. So Chuck happened to be in town. He said, Joe, I'm going to do my part. They had a song called Endangered Species. It was the last song. Him and Ice Cube, they did the song. So Chuck is going to the stage. We're going to get into the story part 2. But he chipped his tooth on the microphone because somebody stopped and the mic hit him in his mouth, chipped his tooth. So I went back to the hotel and I designed the microphone. Back then I used to call it the grip, whatever. But as time went on and I started developing and getting everything together, I called it Microphone Phine after my mother. I told my father I was naming it after my mother. Her name is Josephine, so it's Microphone Phine, Phine. If you look up Phine the other way, how they spell it with the F, satanic, demonic, devil worship. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Google. Chuck D said, be smarter than your smartphone.
Now, I want to take a little detour. I want to talk about The Fiend, but I'd be remiss. TV knows I'm a huge movie fan, and you've done some work with soundtracks. Ice Cube is one of my favorite actors, by the way. I love the Friday films. I love Ghosts of Mars. He did with John Carpenter. Want to talk with you about the soundtracks. How'd you get involved with soundtracks?
Chuck called me, and it was a song for the movie Booty Call. Flavor had a song. So Chuck was like, Drew, I need you to take the first verse and make it last, and make the last verse, put it in the middle, and just rearrange it so it makes sense. So Flavor heard it, right? So he didn't like it. He's like, nah, you can't do that, G. You can't do that, man. I don't like it. I don't like the way it is. So Chuck said, Drew, get Bonnie and Clyde on the phone and let them do it. So the song is called Uh-Oh. So they put the song in the movie Booty Call, and they used it in a movie with Coolio and Chuck, Burn Hollywood Burn.
Very cool. All right, now going back to the Phine. So we want to talk about, obviously your mom inspired you, but and I know the name originates from her. But how did it kind of develop further? I mean, yes, it was to, prevent injury. And certainly, it seems to me like the Microphone Phine, it accomplishes two things. It gives the artist the opportunity to be the best that they can be because they're comfortable with how they're holding the microphone, right? And then it gives the sound recording the best that it could be because it's not being muffled.
Right.
That's the way I'm reading it anyway.
I was one of the first black soundmen for rap music. And I noticed preachers, teachers, anybody that holds a mic, sooner or later they grabbing it at the top and they screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
So, you sound like RoboCop. It's horrible. So I fixed the problem. I noticed how they did it, so I made it how they like it. Now we can grab it at the top. Microphone Phine. All right.
All right.
There we go.
We got to say it. Now, how did you produce this then? You've designed it, and then how did you get it produced? Because, we're holding in front of us several different versions of the microphone, and it is just so awesome to behold. How did you kind of come up with the design and then get this produced and get it out there?
The design was, from doing sound for everybody. I noticed everybody grabs it at the top and it sounds horrible. So, I fixed that problem. And I did a couple changes in the inside so you wouldn't have a lot of feedback and distortion and muffled up sound so you will sound like, we fixed that. As far as all of these are handmade, what you're looking at. These are prototypes, but they actually work. The concept works.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. I'm Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, and our guest today is Andrew "The Drew" Williams, member of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group Public Enemy and founder of Microphone Phine.
And now you mentioned, Drew, that the microphone itself, the cuff, is just legendary when it comes to hip hop. Like rappers, we just can't do, like I'm a rapper, right? We just hip hop in its 50th year, 1973 to 2023. It's crazy. I can't even believe it. They just do things differently, right? And so holding the mic regular, around the handle, it's just not cool. To hip hop.
You know what?
Is that the reason, or it's just comfortably? People are just comfortable.
My sister, Miss Melody Daniels, she had put something up on Facebook. This is not the way you hold the mic. You don't hold it up here. You hold it. This is the proper way to do it. Mm-hmm. So she used to have an open mic in Manhattan on Monday nights. So I said, Mel, I'm coming down. I'm bringing the mics. She said, okay, sure, Drew. When she got the mic in her hand, now she's a singer. She sings with Mariah Carey. She wouldn't let nobody touch the mic for 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
And I have video footage with her singing. Choked. Her engineers, everybody stepped to me and was like, Drew, what do you have in here? It's just so great. The dynamics, everything is beautiful. But everybody, I even have pictures of the Pope doing it. So it's not just rappers. Preachers, teachers, anybody that hold a mic, they grab it from the top.
Right.
We fixed the problem.
Now, for the uninitiated, because the term sound engineer, that's a very technical sounding term, but what is it exactly that you do when you're working with groups as a sound engineer?
I don't work as a sound engineer.
Okay.
I work as a sound assassin.
Assassin, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like, wait a second.
Thank
here.
you.
Let me fix that. Sorry about that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The sound assassin, after that incident in Philly and I started doing sound, everybody wanted their sound to sound like PE. Because you was getting the low end, you was getting the frequencies, it was hitting you right in your face. You could just close your eyes in the audience and reach out and touch the artist. That's what you want. So that's what I did.
Nice. And so from that point, you were the go-to sound assassin for a lot of hip-hop artists.
R&B too.
R&B,
When
okay.
Janae first started out, I was with them. A lot of artists.
You're being so humble and modest right here. We just want it all. Like, just throw out some names, why don't you?
Ice Cube, Ice-T, Lynch Mob, Naughty by Nature, Kid and Play. You name them. Everybody. There's a whole list of family. It's my family.
Hip-hop is a family, and that's so great. I mean, we're so excited to even have you come in to talk about your microphones and the vision, because this takes vision and ingenuity to kind of say, you know what, you're holding the mic, I hear the distortion, let me find a solution to that problem, right? And now you have a business.
And it's such a brilliant idea, because it's like all brilliant ideas, it's something relatively simple, but, nobody would think of doing this. And you did. So kudos. It's just a brilliant idea.
That's just the beginning. As soon as we get the money for the manufacturing and distribution, and that's going well, then I can work on the cereal and the video game.
Okay, venture capitalists out there that's listening.
Yes.
Hit up your boy Drew.
And let's talk about that, because you do have merchandise that kind of ties in as well. Can you talk a little bit about the merchandise, the T-shirts and all that, and what goes along with it?
That's just part of the Microphone Phine movement. The merchandise, the hats, the hoodies, the shirts. But, it's about the mics, the restaurants, the bakeries, the cereal, the video game. We gonna do it all. All right?
You said cereal. Now, Snoop Dogg came out with a cereal. It was kind of Snoop Loops.
Yo, listen.
Oh, no, I missed that? How did I miss that?
Yeah, so...
Mic check 1, 2. We're not gonna let too many secrets out the bag, but Microphone Phine cereal was coming. All right?
Okay. Now, but let's talk about some of the challenges you're facing. We talked about venture capitalists and raising money. You mentioned some, people trying to steal your idea, but you were smart enough to go and not only start the company, but you have a trademark.
Yes, I own the patent. It's not pending. Microphone Phine. The mic is me all day.
Now, have you been approached from other companies to, pay you to utilize your trademark?
Yeah, but I don't want to go that route.
Okay.
You don't make no money like they make the money. You don't make the money. But I could do it myself. All I need is the money for manufacturing and distribution. We could go. But I've been having a lot of problems with, I call them the gatekeepers. Like, if you know somebody and they willing to get down, why are you making decisions with their money? Make the connection. Let them tell me no or yes.
Well, that's what happened with Snoop with Uber. Someone said, Snoop doesn't want to do that, and he missed out on investing in Uber.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right?
Got to get past the gatekeepers.
You have to get past the gatekeepers.
You know what? I tell everybody, I got to keep moving. That's the only thing I got to do. God gave me the vision, he'll make the provision. And it happens in God's time, not man. All right?
You're a poet. I'm ready to bust a rhyme. I mean, I don't even know.
Choose your weapon.
Choose my weapon right here. You got the mics in front of us, Ray.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to give Ray a name. I think I had a name, but then I kind of got rid of the name. I'm just confused. Chuck Chill Out will tell you about that. But it's just so crazy. So you have this business. You feel like you're facing some challenges. Do you see yourself on a Shark Tank? Are we going? I mean, do we hear people saying, Drew, the Microphone Phine, is sitting down with Mark Cuban and the rest of the Shark Tank crew to pitch them? I mean, what's happening here?
I got a video. What's my man name? The little comedian. He tells a story about that. But I don't know. Whatever God has for me, that's what way we gonna move.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna answer that one there. But we need that $2 million for manufacturing distribution. Holla at your boy.
I hear Shark Tank calling. Let's get some sales. So are you selling these now, or
no? These are actually prototypes. They're one-offs. Everything you see is one-offs. I got another guy in Roosevelt that told me, "Yo, man, I think you sleeping. I think you could sign one of those and sell one for $150,000 because these young artists, they get it because they want to be the first."
Right.
I said, "We'll see. We'll see what God got planned."
Okay.
Now, what about doing something like what Dre did with Beats? Is that something that you think is in the cards?
I don't know. I know that whole story because me and Noli are real cool, and
Let's hear it.
No, we're not going to talk about that now. Microphone.
He's keeping secrets for the book.
If anybody know anything about Monster has the best cables in the world. because it's heavy coated copper,
Yeah.
They was doing wires. No Son bought Jimmy Iovine Dre in, and they did a headphone deal.
Nice. You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio. Our guest today is Andrew "The Drew" Williams, member of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group Public Enemy and founder of Microphone Phine. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, along with Ray Schwetz on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Now, what is it that makes you so passionate about what you do and about hip-hop culture in general?
I used to call this hip-hop mic. Matter of fact, this one right here.
With graffiti on it,
Right.
so the mic has graffiti for everyone that's listening.
Yep, I love that.
But then my son started going, Pops, you can't just call it hip-hop. Because everybody, singers, you
Preachers,
next time you
the
watch
Pope.
a show on TV, watch preachers, teachers, singers, everybody grabs the mic at the top. So we fixed the problem. We own the patent. We just need to get the manufacturing and distribution going. Holla at your boy, huh? Lightweight technology. And those are some of the smart mics.
Now, what does a smart mic do?
You can actually scan it with your phone. Everything about Microphone Phine will pop up on your phone. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Matter of fact, we're going to put this interview on one of the mics.
Nice. And you said lightweight. Like, this is truly, what is this? Like a pound? Not even a pound. I feel like a pound or two.
Nah, it's not even a pound.
Not even a pound. And so this, you see people, they get mad or hip hop artists, they're on the stage and then they go throw the mic. And then there's a dent in the top part. Well, you already have a dent.
They get mad because when they grab it at the top, it muffles the sound.
Okay.
We fixed the problem. Microphone Phine.
So when I'm on the stage and I'm performing in my mind in the shower or something like that, and I'm getting mad because the sound is not right, I'm yelling at Drew the Assassin to say, fix this situation right here.
You would never have to do that because at sound check, I'm going to make sure you sound like $8 trillion. All
right.
It's right. That's why everybody comes to the Sound Assassin.
All right. So now what do you feel is like one of your most proudest moments in hip-hop? I mean, you've been in hip-hop for a long time. I said 1973 to 1950 is the birth life of hip-hop. What do you feel like your contribution to hip-hop, outside of this coming up with the Microphone Phine, is one of your most proudest moments?
Seeing the reaction of people when they hear the mic.
They're rocking to the beat.
Yes, and of course, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Public Enemy, Lifetime Achievement Award. Fight the Power was named Song of All Time. When you're walking around in the streets in different states or countries, and somebody steps you and go, know what? Yo, y'all saved my life. What more can you ask for?
Wow.
If it wasn't for Public Enemy and I was listening to that, your brothers did it. When you're going back on tour, send Chuck an email.
And you mentioned tour. Public Enemy is still touring to this day.
We're setting up things. All right, we let it out the bag.
Well, that's great because the thing is, the music is of its time, but it's also timeless. When I told my daughters we were going to have this interview today, they knew who you were. They knew what band you were a part of. So, that is a legacy, and that's pretty incredible. Not many people have had that experience.
Yeah, it's been a long ride, 30-some years of riding. And tell everybody, keep fighting. Fight the powers that be. I did this microphone in September 1991. 2018, I got my papers. I'm still fighting. All right? But we going to make it happen. God's time, not man's. Big shout out to the family, Public Enemy, Chuck Chill Out, Big City Promotion, Smooth 9, Ice Cube, Ice T, everybody. Oh, yeah, Mick, the Art of Rap. Y'all make sure y'all support that, the Art of Rap. We going to keep it moving. All right?
And now, so let me ask you, I know you're a sound engineer for Perfecting Faith Church with Pastor Donnie McClurkin. And so that is in itself. So you talk about the Pope holding the mic and...
It's real funny.
And
20 some years ago, I took the first prototype to him.
Okay.
And I showed it to him. And he was like, oh my God, Drew, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. This is my mic, right? I said, no, this is my first prototype. No, because it fits my hand. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I said, bro, this is my first prototype. You can't keep this. But we got a supply. I was supposed to hook it up last night at rehearsal and show him we got the wireless ones now. He's going to have a fit. So we're going to wait till Sunday after service. Bro, come here. I need you to check this out. I'm going to videotape it. That's right. And if you need some place to go, 311 North Main Street, Freeport, 1045, Perfecting Faith Church, where ministry means people.
And so the microphone assassin is cross-genres.
Wait. Sound assassin.
I'm sorry.
Microphone Phine.
Sound assassin.
Microphone
Run the play,
Phine.
DB. Microphone Phine. And so you're across all genres. And so what's next for you? I mean, you're going to launch this product. It's going to become mainstream. I'm going to get one. I'm so excited.
We got you. A
pink one or a green one, preferably.
I didn't bring the green one today.
That's okay. And so do you see this microphone in the Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx? Like, I know you guys are in
The
there.
Hip Hop Museum, the history books, I see it all over. But I need to get this going so I can get to the cereal in that video game.
We need a donation to Nassau Community College radio station, since you used to come in and assassinate the parties.
Stop that. Back then, they was doing the party, Spectrum City, Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley, Professor Griff, and Chucky E.D. So we used to just come and, support. We all from Roosevelt.
Good, so you can support some more. We appreciate you being here.
Y'all heard that, right? They need donations.
That's right.
All right,
And make sure you go to the website, themicrophonephine.com. All right? And Phine is spelled Phine. And when you go, we did a couple changes. The first pages, we got a couple shout outs. But make sure you go to the About page and check out the story, how everything went down. All right?
All right.
we gonna let you hang out with. Matter of fact, we gonna let you hang out with me, you, Chuck, Chill Out, and the family. So when I say all right, you say all right.
All right.
All right.
Wait, see, I didn't say it yet. Okay. You gotta wait till I say it. All right.
All right.
No, y'all got hip hop. Come on.
All right.
All right.
All right.
One love, family.
There you go. Tower Talk Business Radio.
Thank you very
Tower
much.
Talk Business Radio. This is how it's going down. I need everybody out there listening to say, all right.
All right.
I said, everybody listening. All right, so we going to check y'all out from here on out. All right? One love, family. This is hip hop.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Andrew.
All right, I can't wait for part 2. We going to hit nerves and talk about things that y'all think about. We going to talk about it. One love.
I like to leave you with DB's philosophy. Finding a solution to a problem produces great products and merchandise, like the Microphone Phine. Andrew, the Drew Williams.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, your co-host and producers. We're available on Odyssey, TuneIn, iHeartRadio as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. This has been Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation and the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.